Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, December 7th, 2017. Lala, don't do that. Bye, Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi. We may have a cat fight happen. And our energy mantra for today is moment to moment, I seek my balance and honor my flow. And today we have some fiery energy going on, which can instigate play, which is what Lala wants to do, or could instigate fighting, which will be what happens if she chooses to jump up where she wants to jump up. I have a friend staying here right now, and I have an air mattress right here, and Mahalo's sitting there, and Lala's like, I'm going to jump. And it's literally right on the other side of my computer. So we'll see what happens, but that could be a really good indication of what this energy is doing. Sun in Sagittarius, Venus in Sagittarius, Lilith is hanging out in Sagittarius, Mercury's in Sagittarius, Saturn's in Sagittarius. We got Sagittarius lit up. And Sagittarius wants to expand. Sagittarius wants to adventure. Sagittarius is connecting to Moon in Leo. Oh, it's going to happen. Don't do it. Don't do it, Lala. So Moon in Leo is just instigating that fire even further. In fact, the sun and the moon are connecting today in a trine. Now, a trine is a friendly energy. It's like two friends linking arms, skipping down the street. This trine is happening at 16 degrees, which is 7 energy. So that really is about finding your flow by being in your balanced, loving, harmonious state within yourself. And like listening to your heart energy that's breaking down. That's the 1 and the 6. So we really want to be staying in our heart to be in our flow. But what we have to realize is with fiery energy, our emotions can get fiery. And sometimes those fiery emotions are about inspiration and love and passion. But it can also go the fire sign route of bursting into flames. So be very vigilant about that, especially as we do have so much actual fire energy going on the planet, especially in California right now. Sending love to everyone in Southern California. Okay, so Moon in Leo actually starts the day by connecting to Venus in Sagittarius, 8 degrees. This is a beautiful connection, actually. This, to me, feels like a very creative connection. How are you showing up for your personal creative process? I have such interesting cards, like so interesting. I've got instigating cards, and they could be instigated in so many different ways, but I have the 3 knights, actually. I have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Rainbows, the slowing down card. I have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Fire, the Intensity card, and I have the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Water, the Trust card. This may be what your creative process is about. Slowing down, dropping into your body, realizing you are home in this moment. Honoring the intensity, the part of you that's seeking your light, the part of you that's seeking to honor your light force, and then jumping off and trusting that energy. Now, I said yesterday that I believed that insight would be coming. And that's one of the things with knights, is that they're not to the king-queen level yet. You know, they're still learning their lessons. I feel like we still have our lessons coming in. We're not to the level of the king. I actually have the King of Pentacles in reverse. We haven't quite found that balance. We have not gotten all the information. But where we are is enough to proceed, to move in guided flow action. How is it's not the word I want to use. How is your creativity guiding you? How is your inner instigator guiding you? How is that inner passion asking you to move, and then move in accordance to that energy with what's going on today. Now, one of the things, I decided to look up Knights in Tarot, because I was like, give me all the information about Knights in Tarot, just because, you know, having these 3 together, I was like, this is something. And one of the things is that Knights can be extreme action. And with all this fieriness, we may definitely be inspired and instigated into action. But I loved this question that I read about, and it said, is this action, is this energy harmful or helpful? And so ask yourself, as you're preparing to take action, is this harmful or helpful? And I would add in, is it for the highest benefit of myself, of the world? And really let that kind of guide you. Now, the only thing that we have today that's kind of like a among all this beautiful energy is the moon in Leo is going to square Jupiter. And Jupiter is in Scorpio, and so where that connection happens, there may be some of those shadow elements, and that may be where there may be some of that harmful energy. There may be some shadow energy. There may be some misplaced motivations going on in and through that. So really examine yourself. Now, the other thing that goes along with this as well is that we have Mars finishing up in Libra over the next few days. I didn't actually look to see which day Mars shifted signs. Mars shifts on Saturday into Scorpio. Woo! But Mars, 29 degrees Libra. Mars, 29. Action is highlighted. But that aggression can be as well, as can be anger. What we want to tune into, though, is that lesson of Mars and Libra. How are we taking action to be at harmony within ourselves? How are we finding that peace? How are we finding that balance within ourselves? And we do have through Saturday morning to really finalize and work this process. So pay attention to that. And again, keep asking, harmful or helpful when it comes to how you are taking action, how you are honoring your creative inspiration. I love this card from The Universe Has Your Back. I honor how I want to feel. Listen to how you want to feel and let that be one of the bases for you creating harmony within your life. The other thing, I pulled this again. I pulled this yesterday. Answering the call. We are answering the call. The time is now. There is much action going on right now. Slow. Oh, this is how I'm looking at this. Wow. Is it slow? Is it fast? Or is it a complete leap of faith? That's going to be kind of up to you. I think we're at different levels with how we're moving, but realize that we are moving. The time is now. You are answering the call. Pay attention to that. And the other card is unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be, which is funny because I remember saying this yesterday quite a bit. You're exactly where you need to be, even if you're not consciously aware of it, even if you don't have all the answers. Keep going forward with your heart open. If you can't see clearly ahead and don't know where you're headed, keep moving forward. Do what feels right. Your heart always knows. Instead of dismay because you are in unknown territory, celebrate that you're expanding and growing by leaps and bounds, as you would during Sagittarius season, as you would as Saturn finishes up in the sign of Sagittarius. And this is actually written on page 111 for any of those who likes numbers. So that's it for today. Book a reading if you want to dive in deeper. I'm sorry I've been getting these out late, but I have had wonderful people here and I've been enjoying my time with them. So a few more days where these may come out a little bit late, but I promise I'll get back to my usual schedule soon. So that is all for now. There's enough love in the world for you. The better it gets, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.